The model of organizational strategies was developed by Raymond E. Miles, emeritus professor at the University of California, and Charles C. Snow, professor in business administration at Penn State University. The review of the model is based on the book Organizational Strategy, Structure and Process, published in 1978. The model gives you an introduction to how you can change your organization's strategy and design goals and the processes in your organization to support the new strategy. The model's main topic is how management handles the process of organizational adaptation, given that each of the organizational alternatives assigns management to a different role. Miles and Snow identified 4 basic types of strategic behavior and supporting organizational characteristics that they referred to as defender, prospector, analyzer, and reactor. Let us now review the construction of the model. The model consists of 2 dimensions, one placed vertically and the other placed horizontally. The vertical dimension differentiates between low exploitation at the bottom of the model and high exploitation in the model's top. With high exploitation, the management is trying to do better within the existing market, as opposed to low exploitation, where they are satisfied with doing it the same way as always. At high exploitation, lean projects are done on an ongoing basis. At low exploitation, no one is trying to improve the organization's processes. The horizontal dimension differentiates between low exploration on the left side of the model and high exploration on the model's right side. With high exploration, the management is trying to do different things, contrasting with low exploration, where they are not looking for new markets or trying to invent new products. At high exploration, the management see themselves as inventors or entrepreneurs. At low exploration, the management can get in a position where they see themselves as preservers of a heritage. We protect our customers. They must not be exposed to new products or services within our business area. The 2 dimensions form a matrix consisting of 4 quadrants. These are the defender in the upper left corner with low exploration and high exploitation, the prospector in the lower right corner with high exploration and low exploitation, the analyzer in the upper right corner with high exploration and high exploitation, and finally the reactor in the lower left corner with low exploration and low exploitation. Miles and Snow found that all 4 organizational strategies are affected by the same problems. These problems are reviewed in the following section. Miles and Snow found 3 major problems that require management attention and decisions. These are the entrepreneurial problem, the engineering problem, and the administrative problem. Each of these problems is interrelated, and each must be considered fully by management before an organizational strategy is devised. The 4 types of organizations represent alternative ways of moving through the 3 major problems. Each of the 4 organizational strategies' characteristics are reviewed in relation to the 3 major problems in the following sections. The first organizational type is the defender in the upper left corner. The entrepreneurial problem is to seal off a portion of the total market to create a stable set of products and customers. There is no or low exploration for new opportunities. The engineering problem is to produce and distribute goods or services as efficiently as possible, It is about high exploitation, trying to do better within the existing market. The administrative problem is a lagging factor. It is about maintaining strict control of the organization to ensure efficiency. Organizations implementing the defender strategy attempt to protect their market from new competitors. As a result of this narrow focus, these organizations seldom need to make major adjustments in their technology, structure, or operation methods. Instead, they devote primary attention to improving their existing operations efficiency. Defenders can be successful, especially when they exist in a declining industry or a stable environment. A major shift in the market could threaten their survival. They have no flexibility. The second organization type is the prospector in the lower right corner. In many ways, prospectors are just the opposite of defenders. The entrepreneurial problem is to locate new products and opportunities. It is about exploration, also sometimes called innovation. They are always trying to find new possibilities. The engineering problem is to maintain technological flexibility to support the entrepreneurial mindset. This permits a rapid response to the changing domain, but the organization cannot exploit maximum efficiency in its production and distribution system because of multiple technologies. The administrative problem is a leading factor. It is about facilitating and coordinating numerous and diverse operations. Organizations implementing a prospector strategy are innovative, seek new opportunities, take risks and grow. To implement this strategy, organizations need to encourage creativity and flexibility. They regularly experiment with potential responses to emerging environmental trends. Thus, these organizations often are the creators of change and uncertainty to which their competitors must respond. In such an environment, creativity is more important than efficiency. The organization runs the risk of low profitability and the overextension of its resources. The third organization type is the analyzer in the upper right corner. They share some of the characteristics of the prospectors and some of the characteristics of the defenders. The entrepreneurial problem is to locate new products and market opportunities while simultaneously maintaining a firm base of traditional products and customers. The engineering problem is to be efficient in the stable parts of the business and be flexible when changes occur in the business. The administrative problem has both lagging and leading characteristics. It is about how to differentiate the organization's structure and processes to accommodate both stable and dynamic operation areas. They must support both the entrepreneurial and engineering parts of the organization. Organizations implementing analyzer strategies attempt to maintain their current businesses and to be somewhat innovative in new businesses. Some products are targeted towards stable environments in which an efficiency strategy designed to retain current customers is employed. Others are targeted towards new, more dynamic environments. The analyzer is sometimes called second in. They are often market leaders who see movement from the prospectors and are quick to enter the new market opportunity. Analyzers have tight accounting and financial controls, high flexibility, efficient production, and customized products, creativity, and low costs. However, it is difficult for organizations to maintain these multiple and contradictory processes. The fourth and last organization type is the reactor in the lower left corner. They have no or low exploration and exploitation. Those firms that land in the Reactor category have no specific business approach. Miles and Snow found no connection between the three major problems in companies placed in this organizational strategic type. This makes the review of the three major problems irrelevant. It should go without saying that organizations generally do not want to fall into the Reactor type, as this means that they are simply trying to catch up with the market as things change over time. Miles and Snow have identified three reasons why organizations become reactors. First, top management may not have clearly articulated the organization's strategy. A second, and perhaps more common cause of organizational instability is that management does not fully shape the organization's structure and processes to fit a chosen strategy. If the structure and the processes are inconsistent with the chosen strategy, then the management strategy is a mere statement, not an effective guide for behavior. The third reason for instability, and perhaps ultimate failure, is management's tendency to maintain the organization's way of doing things despite overwhelming changes in the environmental conditions. Taking a reactive approach to business is how many large companies wind up losing market share over time. Even businesses with great ideas, products, and employees can wind up lagging behind the competition if their management team takes a reactive approach to their decision-making. It is nearly inevitable that companies who react to the market in this way are surpassed by the organizations who innovate, defend, or analyze successfully. We have reviewed all four types of organizational strategies in connection with the three major problems. The general findings and use of the four types of organizational strategies are highlighted in the following section. Three of these strategic types, labeled the Defender, the Analyzer, and the Prospector, are stable forms of organization. If management chooses to pursue one of these three strategies and designs the organization accordingly, the organization may be an effective competitor in its particular industry over a considerable period. On the other hand, if management does not pursue one of these pure strategies, then the organization will be slow to respond to opportunities and is likely to be an ineffective performer in its industry. These organizations are called reactors, and they are essentially unstable. Once you have a clear picture of your organization and where it's placed in the environment, you must decide which of the three stable ways you will pursue to compete in the market. You can then structure the design of your operations in a way that will suit the strategy you have chosen. For instance, a company that wants to innovate will need plenty of creative thinkers within the organization to lead the way in terms of new creations. Without the right people, the right technology, and the proper infrastructure, it is hard to successfully execute your intended strategy in the years to come. We shall now review an example. The company Apple is used as the primary case study. In the beginning, the company was a prospector. In the 80s, it was all about innovation. Steve Jobs was the entrepreneurial type, and everything was about inventing new products faster than the competition. The people hired prided themselves on being free of policy manuals and rulebooks. The company's administrative part almost only supported the entrepreneurial part of the company and paid virtually no attention to the engineering part. The engineering problem was that the production and the distribution system couldn't match the market demand. Success almost killed the company. In the next phase, the company became a defender. Steve Jobs was fired, and John Sculley was hired as the new CEO. A rule enforcer replaced the rule breaker. Now it was all about making production and distribution more efficient. The company's administrative part introduced rules and regulations in every aspect of the company. The company became profitable. But the industry was, and still is, a fast-moving sector. Others started to develop new products and services. Apple was on the brink of becoming a Reactor. Apple rehired Steve Jobs. Everybody thought he would go back to having a Prospector organization. He did start the innovation of new products and services from the beginning. But at the same time, he did not abolish all the rules and regulations that Sculley had introduced in the Defender organization. He ended up balancing the company between stability and flexibility. Under Steve Jobs' second period as CEO, Apple was an analyzer organization. Apple invented new products and services and had stable production and distribution to the market. Let's look at two other examples from the same industry. We have seen Nokia going from a defender to being a reactor when they didn't get on the bandwagon of smartphones from the beginning. We have also seen Samsung being a second in the analyzer organization when they immediately developed a new and better camera in their mobile phones. These last two examples emphasize that all companies over time are shifting position in the model. It is management's responsibility to position their company with the right organizational strategy at the right time. Let us now consider a critique of the model. You must define the concepts low and high on the two axes yourself. The model does not provide an answer about which of the three strategic organization types is best at any particular point in time. The model does not give any hints about when the company should shift position between the three stable strategic organization types. The model gives no clue to how difficult it is to change position. The model is excellent in providing an understanding of the relationship between control and flexibility in an organization and making decisions that are consistent with the overall strategy.